I just wrote a really good joke. This is, dear liberals, you used the word Nazi incorrectly. So, World War II ended in 45. After World War II, if you called someone a Nazi, that was not good. You might get beat up or something. If it was 1955 and you called someone a Nazi and they were a Nazi, they'd probably get beat up. So like, the people who were in World War II would have been like 20 in 1945, maybe 22, so plus 55, 65, 75, 30, 40, 50, 85, 60. So you have, this is the year, that's the age of the World War II person, okay? So in the old days, if you called someone a Nazi, let's say it was 1965, and there was a Nazi in town, 5 or 10 of them old World War II veterans would come in, they'd grab their Garand out of their attic, and they'd pull that Nazi aside, and they'd bust his fucking teeth in, and then they'd put the Garand in his mouth, and they wouldn't have a clip or a mag or whatever. I'm not a fucking gun expert. I don't know. Is it a clip or a mag? Fuck you. I don't know. And they pull the trigger and they go quick, and they'd say, next time it's gonna have a fucking clip in it. I'm talking about 1965 when they were 40, or 55 when they were 30, or 75 when they were 50 maybe. Nowadays, all the World War II people are dead. There ain't no one's got a Garand in their fucking attic. If you call someone a Nazi, no one's gonna go, 5 people ain't gonna show up at their door and say, hey buddy, come back here. They ain't gonna break this fucking, these liberals don't understand that. They're stupid. They're dumber than a bag of dirt. They're using a coin. The coin used to have gold. Now the coin don't got no gold. The gold is gone. It's a chocolate coin at best. Whatever. You know, so if you're gonna call your enemy something, call him like a jihadi. Call him a terrorist. Call him like al-Baghdadi, or call him OBL, or call him USM or KSM. Call him KSM. Or call him OBL. You know, you got to stay up with the times, liberals. You got to change your wording. Stop calling people Nazis. Call them terrorists or jihadis or. You dumb liberals. You're so dumb. No one's going to grab a Garand for you when you call someone a Nazi. I was just walking by the Daily Show. They were calling people Nazis. It's like they don't even know how stupid they are. And all the liberals, you know, the little Daily Show people, they ain't got no fucking Garands in their attic. Which brings me to my next conversation. The lone wolf terrorist versus the organizational terrorist. Lone wolf means, so like, Bob's on the internet, and he's like at Stormfront, which is Nazis. Stormfront. He's reading the Elders of Zion, and he's like, I don't like them Jews. Gotta be a Jews. Stormfront. What else you got? Or old Muhammad. He goes to fucking I don't know, what are the Muslim websites? There's probably some Muslim website. Website. He's like, hey, call it Said Kuda. Call it Said Kuda. SaidKuda.com. Said Kuda. How do you spell it? It starts with a Q. Said Q. He's like, I don't like them Westerners. They all live in the state of Jackalia. So he becomes a lone wolf Muslim. He's like, whatever the fuck the Muslims do, I don't know. Or you got, what other lone wolves are there? Fuck. Oh, Donald Trump is a Nazi. You notice those 3 people who went after Trump? They were all lone wolves. They didn't have like 5 or 10. In 65, it would have been like 5 or 10 people. But nowadays, it's like, well, and they're all losers too. You notice it. Well, the 19-year of the three, the 19-year-old was the most, had his shit together the most. The other three were like losers, right? Like the one guy just ran through. He was a fucking loser. Now the 19-year-old, kind of weak, kind of like weak looking, but he at least had a drone, and he at least had, you got to give him credit for that. He at least had his shit more together. And then the third guy was like old. Yeah, so what is this about? This is about, so it's been a bunch of loser lone wolf. Trump is Hitler. Which he isn't, by the way. He's not Hitler, by the way. I'm Hitler. He's not Hitler. Let me be very blunt with this. I'm fucking Hitler. He ain't no fucking Hitler. And you get these lone wolf. Lone wolf. Now, the thing you got to be careful about, like I was telling you earlier, is when you get 5 or 10 people together with their World War II Garands in their attic and they can bust their teeth out. That's what you got to be careful about. It ain't them lone wolves. Them lone wolves, I mean, don't get me wrong, lone wolves are bad. But the really dangerous thing is when you get 5 or 10 people together. Them gangs are dangerous. Any more lone wolf examples? I don't know. I thought the Garand idea was pretty interesting. I actually thought that was an interesting idea because, like, in the 60s or 70s, if someone was really a Nazi, they get their teeth beaten out by like some 40-year-old World War II guy, probably, right? I don't know. I'm assuming I wasn't alive back then, or if I was, I wouldn't tell you. He'd whisper in his ear. He'd be like, "In '45, I killed over 20 Nazi soldiers. I ain't got a fucking problem sticking a bullet through your head." That's what the World War II guy would have said in 1960 or 70, probably. I don't know. I'm just role playing here. Okay, this is role play. What other lone wolves are? It's Islamism, Nazism, Muslim. What Muslim is Islam? Christian nationalism? Is there from some Christian nationalist terrorists? They bombed some abortion clinics, I think. This joke is very odd. I apologize. I'm here to try and come up with new ideas. Because if I have to hear the Daily Show use the word Nazi again, I'm just going to get angry, I think. Because I just can't. I don't know why people still call people Nazis. It's a word. It's a meaningless term now. Like, no one gives a shit about Nazis anymore. Call them, if you're going to, they should call them like Muslim terrorists or something. That'd be kind of cool. In the old days, Hitler would burn books. And then in the 90s, when the Taliban took over Afghanistan, they burned all the video cassette. They burned all the VHSs and the CDs, and they burned all they might have burned books too. They probably burned some books. You gotta change the language. You gotta be like, jihadis. That's funny. This is a joke. This is a parody, by the way. I want to be very blunt about this. I'm being, it's not a joke. It's actually, what I'm saying is true, but it's just interesting. So, dear liberals, stop calling people Nazis. Hey, you're supposed to talk about. I'm supposed to talk about Hillary Clinton. Hey, Hillary Clinton eats babies. In the old days, if someone ate babies, like 5 or 10 townsfolk would go down to where she lived, and they break her teeth out, and they say they probably could kill her if she ate babies. I'm assuming they would kill her if she ate babies. What percentage of people do you think actually think Hillary Clinton eats babies? Is it like, there's 330 million Americans. Do you think like 1 million? Do you think 5 million people think she literally eats babies? Is it like is it a symbolic metaphoric concept, or is it like literally they think she eats babies? Do they literally think she eats babies, or is it like hyperbole or an exaggeration? Like, NAFTA came out in the 90s and they sold all the American kids to the Chinese and the Mexicans and stuff. Through NAFTA? Is that what they're saying? Are they being symbolic? Are they saying, hey, NAFTA ruined America and then they sold the children? Is that what they're saying? Do they literally think she eats babies? I never actually knew the answer to that one. So. What else you got? Champion paper. What do you got? Oh, this is about Champion. There used to be a paper mill out in Cortland. My dad lost his job. I think it was like 96 or 97. I don't know the exact year. And it was like, I don't like I don't dislike capitalism. I just know what capitalism is. Capitalism is a thing where they're always looking to undercut stuff. So you're never safe. So if you think you're safe, you're never safe. They moved in paper plants to Brazil. Don't go fucking acting like capitalists are your friends. The capitalists ain't your friends. No one's your friend. Everyone's trying to undercut you. I'm not anti-capitalist. I'm not pro-communist. I'm just being blunt about this shit. What is this about? This is about... Oh, they're doing nationalism now. You people should be cynical. You should be like, yeah, in the old days, they sold everything out to fucking Mexico and NAFTA. Nowadays, they're going to sell it. They got you all drunk. They got you drunk thinking that you all Americans, they're going to sell it all out to AI. AI is the new Mexican. AI is the new Brazil. AI is the new NAFTA. You watch this shit. They are smart. They're smart motherfuckers. I'm not calling them, I'm not saying they're evil. Oh, they probably are, but you know, I'm probably evil too. So I'm not here to like say I'm not saying do anything. I'm just saying, just so you know what's going on. This nationalism thing, it's a distraction. The same way globalism was a distraction, and the AI is the new Mexican, the AI is the new Brazil, the AI is the new NAFTA. You watch it, they're gonna cut you people out like fucking, they're gonna cut you out. They're gonna fucking, Johnny Depp got cut out in Blow. You're gonna get cut out. You ever seen the movie Blow? He gets cut out. Like, he can't get the coke anymore. So, like, the one guy, I think it was like Pee Wee Herman or something. Was it Pee Wee Herman? It was somebody cuts, no, it's the other guy. I only saw that movie like 20 years ago. I don't remember. He gets cut out of the coke trade. You gotta be in the coke trade. You wanna be in the coke. When I say coke, I mean, it could be anything. It could be hamburgers. It could be, you know, paper. It could be anything. They're gonna cut you out. The robots are gonna take your jobs like the Mexicans took your jobs. You watch. I ain't stupid. I may look stupid, but I'm not stupid. I know what this world is. I like that Garand joke. That Garand joke is the best.